Our first type of word problem that we're going to address are mystery number problems, and these are just helpful problems that let us get practice doing translations. The key thing that you need to remember is right now you cannot use more than one variable because we do not know how to use more than one variable. That's a skill we'll learn next year. So let's just practice these first 5, and I would recommend pausing this video and then going through and making sure that you get the correct answers. Great, so welcome back, or you just kept watching and are waiting for me to tell you the answers. So represent 12 decreased by 3 times z. So 12 is being decreased by 3z. 2 times the quantity of a number increased by 4. 12 less than 10 times a number, so 10 times a number minus 12. Remember, that is very different than 12 minus 10x. No. Put that in your notes. Sam started with W dollars. He spent 50, so the amount he had left would be this, W minus 50. And Hugh weighs P pounds, so represent his weight after he loses 9 pounds. So we'd have P minus 9. Again, that's very different than 9 minus P. That's not the same thing. All right, so here's an example of a mystery number problem. 1/3 of a number minus 1/2 of that number is 2. Find the mystery number. Okay, so for starters, you have to create a label box, which means you need to define your variable. In this case, it's nice and easy. X is just going to be our mystery number. It seems really silly that we need to write that, but it's getting in the habit of creating a label box or defining your variable, and that'll be much more important when we do coin problems, consecutive number problems, different, more complicated word problems. So now, that's part 1. Part 2 is translating into an equation. So 1/3 of that number, 1/3 of a number, minus 1/2 of that number is going to mean equals 2. So there's my equation. The third step that you always need to do is to actually solve that equation and find the solution. So I am going to make this smaller, zoom in. All right, I'm going to multiply everything by 6, so I'll get 2x minus 3x equals 12. Negative x equals 12. That means x equals negative 12. So now my solution is negative 12. Part 4 is I have to actually answer the problem. So answer what is the mystery number. So the number is negative 12. It helps to answer it in a complete sentence. And part 5 is always to check. So let's see, 1/3 of this number of negative 12 minus 1/2 of negative 12. Okay, so 1/3 of negative 12, that's negative 4, minus 1/2 of it, minus a negative 6. Is that going to get me 2? And the answer is yes. Okay. So now we're going to look at these 2 types of problems and practice those. And then you will have homework later on. So one number is twice another number.